So yesterday I posted a video that I have since took down in reference to what Tyler Perry said about women being okay with men just being able to pay the light bill, and we should be okay with that as long as he's a good man. I took the video down because I was super irritated and my delivery wasn't the best. That's one part of being a feminine woman, knowing when you're not coming off the way you intend to, so you kind of scale it back and start over. So this is my start over. As a feminine woman, when you're dealing with a healthy masculine man, you will not be able to be content with him just paying the light bill because he, as a man, will not allow it. He will not allow you to pay 95, 80% of the bills while he just gives the minimal effort and paying just the light bill. I think it's something it's horrible how they like to get women to settle for less than what they deserve. If you are a hardworking woman and you've been that way even in your singlehood before you met your mate, why would you now settle for taking care of a man? I mean, just the natural gender roles, the way God set it up. He did not set it up for men to sit home or do the bare minimum while women go out here to provide for them. It's the backwardness of the culture. And as feminine women, more now than ever, we have to stay connected to our femininity because they are trying to convince us that it is okay to take care of a man in the sense of providing and protecting. And it is not. I'm not saying you can't contribute to the needs of your household, because if you are a good woman, you will do that. You will do that. However, it won't be absolutely necessary. It'll be optional for you. As a woman, your main purpose in the home, the way God set it up, is to care for the children or care for your husband, to nurture that home, to make that house a home, making it feel cozy, comfy, and being your husband's peace as much as you can. Okay? Because it's not going to be peaceful all the time in your home. Let's be realistic. If you're married for a long time, you are not going to constantly be in a state of peace. You're going to have your moments where you have arguments, disagreements, little tiffs. It's going to get out of pocket sometimes. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're not in your femininity or you're not being his peace. That means that you've been together for a long time and you guys are rubbing each other the wrong way right now. It's okay. But you are not to provide for a man. If your husband does not have some kind of mental issue, or he is not physically capable to take care of himself in some way for a season, then of course, as a woman in your divine femininity, you should step up and help out where you're needed. We are the helpmates to our husband. But under no circumstances should you be carrying a man. And what Mr. Perry implied was that women should be okay with providing for a man as long as he is, quote, a good man. And my question to him would be, what is your definition of a good man? Because according to how I believe, and this is my opinion and this is my belief, but according to what the scripture says, it says that if a man does not provide for the needs of his home, he is worse than an infidel. So to be worse than an infidel is like to be worse than the lowest of the low. So it's like, how are you a good man if you don't have enough faith and strength to go out and provide for the needs of your home? Like, what makes the person good because they're a nice guy? You can't be tricked by a nice guy. And there is a balance. This is another thing. Some people think that they can't have a man that is decent in every area. Man, woman alike, we all have our faults, we all have our things about us, but you do not have to choose between being married to someone who is broke and mean or someone who has a lot of money but yet he is cold to you. There is a healthy balance of a human out there. Don't believe that you have to have one or the other. A man should be able to comfortably pay all, if not just about all, of the bills by himself. If a man can't do that, he shouldn't even be thinking about getting married. He should be thinking about getting himself together spiritually first, because he has to be connected to God so that he will see clearly what his role is as a man, and then he can take on a wife. Because this is another thing that's lost in our culture. People don't understand that when you get married, it is the man's responsibility to take care of his wife. You're no longer cleaved to your parents, you're cleaved one to another. You are now one flesh. Your responsibility as a man is to take care of your wife. Again, I feel like I have to say this because there's going to be people looking for a reason to find an issue. But yes, as a woman, and if you're a younger woman, especially a younger woman, and you have drive about yourself, you don't have to sit around waiting for a man to do for you what you can do for yourself. However, when you're married, it should be optional. I know for me, I've quit multiple jobs because the needs of my home took precedent over me running out there hustling, grinding, making money. And I was able to do that because my husband, he carries the load, not me. I contribute as I would like to in the moment. Sometimes I will try to relieve him in different areas if I feel up to it, but under no circumstances do I have to. And that's where a lot of people are missing it. It's not saying that women are just going to sit home and don't do nothing for themselves and the man just take care of them and do this stuff, do that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that she should have a choice. It should never be, if a wife is not working, then your home is going to fall apart. Because as a man, that's your responsibility. And women, you have to understand, this is their responsibility. Don't let the culture confuse you, because the spirit of confusion is rampant, and people are trying to get women to feel comfortable providing for men. And I don't understand how any man who is living healthy in his masculine will allow that to be in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, it has to do something to his pride to see his wife taking care of kids possibly, or doing these different things in the home, and then also going out to work and having to, not if she wants to. If she wants to, that's fine, but having to, because he can't manage it by himself. And that's really where we are in this culture, especially for my community. And I don't want to ever seem like I'm picking on my community, but we just haven't gotten the memo yet, based on my opinion. We just haven't gotten the memo yet that a man is to lead and provide and protect. He should be able to do that all by himself. And I can say some of it is our fault as women. We like to coddle the men. We like to give them an A for effort. And, we talk about this with kids in school, these participation trophies, but yet we hand them out in life. And I don't know. I'm not saying that you don't give someone the benefit of the doubt once in a while, or if they're in a season where they lost their job and they're looking, but not they lose their job and then they sitting back like, well, she got it. Some of us, some women, we are too strong. We're too strong. We have to know how to put a cap on our strength so that it doesn't get us in a position where we are taken advantage of by men that don't want to put in the effort of being a man. So this is the better version of what I would like to have said yesterday, because I looked back at that video and was like, girl, you was on, you was in fight mode, you was in fight. And because I had just heard what Tyler Perry said, I listened to the video and I'm like, it rubbed me all the wrong way. And I'm still irritated by it, but now I'm in a space where I can bring it to you in a more calm way. So don't let the spirit of confusion, delusion cause you to find yourself, your feminine self, providing for a man. If he is a man with a healthy dose of masculinity, he will not allow you to provide for him. And if you are a good woman, you should have no problem contributing to the needs of your household if you choose to. I know for me, the clothes buying, the around the house type stuff, I mostly take care of that stuff because I know what I like to have in the house. So I don't always wait for my husband to give me money, or, we got to be together. If I'm out and I see things, or my children, we're all out together, I'll buy clothes for them, do stuff, you know, that's just the way it is. But as far as worrying about these big bills, this mortgage, this electric, keeping a roof over our head and stuff like that, I done birthed out 2 children, gave you the best years of my life. I think you could do that much, brother. And I think that's the mentality that a lot of women have to have. Earlier on, when you're young, you're probably thinking, I can take on the world. I'm very ambitious. Because this is another thing, real quick. A lot of women are more ambitious than men. It's just the way it is. A lot of us are a lot more ambitious. We are a lot more driven. And because of that, sometimes we find ourselves in the masculine role and allowing him to just sit back and relax. And you're going to have to learn how to scale that back, because in your 20s it might be cute, you feel like you got a lot of energy, but once you start getting further down the line, you get into your 30s, maybe late 30s, 40s, you start realizing, I'm tired. My back hurt, I'm tired of standing on my feet 9, 10 hours, 8 hours a day. These double shifts, I can't do this. But you've already programmed the man to accept the fact that you're okay doing that. So it's almost like with a child. I'm not trying to diminish the role of a man or the way he is, but some men, they get accustomed to things just like children. They get accustomed to routine. And if men are used to seeing you running out and about, just being this, I got it all together, I got it all, and I can do it all. When your body starts telling you, no, you cannot, he might not understand that, because for so long, you've been just picking up bricks like it ain't nothing. And then the moment you say you're tired, you might run into an issue with a man that has become complacent. So, feminine ladies, just watch yourself, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you cannot rest. When you're married, you should be able to rest, and you should be able to give rest to your husband. But you can't do that. You can't do that if you are out there slaving away, doing the same type of strenuous labor that he's doing. Somebody has to be the comfort and the peace in the relationship. And preferably, sis, it should be you. All right? Like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you so much. And if you watch this through to the end, thank you. And share the content and press the like button, because otherwise they're not going to know that you like this and send it to more people. I appreciate you, and listen to what I said. Don't get out of alignment. It's not too late to start working more on your femininity. All right? Happy fall, and like and subscribe. Take care.